Kayla Dominique here, and today I am so excited to share these epic tips for closet decluttering. These are tips that I've actually genuinely used to pare down my wardrobe, and they have made a huge difference in helping me to simplify the process as well as really give me a result that I'm happy with in the end. I went through and decluttered my summer wardrobe at the top of the summer last year, and I was just so happy all summer with every single thing I had. Unfortunately, fall came around and I was disgusted. I was disgusted with what I had. It's kind of that can't see the forest through the trees mentality where you start nitpicking single items. Oh, this is a little dingy, this is a little too tight, this is a little too big. And I didn't realize that overall I still had a great wardrobe. So going through decluttering that fall winter wardrobe made all the difference. If you can relate to that story and you are really struggling with your wardrobe, let's see if we can fix that with these tips. Let's go. Tip number 1 is try on everything you have. Yes, that means washing every single thing you have, making sure everything is clean, and then trying it on. Is this tedious? Yes. Yes, it is. Does it take a long time? Yes, it does, because I just did it. However, it makes all the difference. I had a shirt, I thought, this is going to be awesome this season. I tried it on, and as I tried it on, my fingers slipped through a hole that was in the neckline, and I was like, okay, I guess that can go. I could have fixed it, but I realized in the grand scheme of things, looking at my vast wardrobe that I had at the time, it wasn't worth it. Another shirt that I had worn for years, but upon trying it on in comparison with the other things that I was trying on back to back to back, I realized it wasn't all that comfortable. It was a little itchy. Another shirt I had was super classy, super cute. I thought this is a definite. This is something that's going to carry me to my classy events. Trying it on, I realized that I was tugging at the sides, trying to make it fit my body. It was creating this bulge around my waist. I didn't even have the bulge. I don't need help adding bulges to my body. So that was one of those things that I was like, no thank you. We're going to just let that go. Trying on your clothes, even when you think you're so certain of how it fits, can really make a big difference. While I do believe that in many instances comparison can be the thief of joy, in terms of clothes, I think it can be really helpful to compare each item based on condition, based on comfort, and based on fit. Number 2 is to have a goal and plan in mind. To me, it was about putting everything in perspective. There are 7 days in a week for everybody. That's general, that's universal. So there's no reason for me to have 30 pair of anything. I ended up going over my number in a few of my categories, but just having those base general numbers gave me something to work towards and work with. One way to stay on track with your goal is to separate things by like item. Put all of your t-shirts together, put all of your dresses together, put all of your pants. You get where I'm going with this. By doing that, you can get a very clear picture of how many of each item you have, and that gives you proper perspective when paring down. Likewise, start your decluttering process knowing where you plan to send everything. If it's not going in your closet, where is it going? Are you going to sell it online? Are you going to give some to a friend? Are you going to donate it because, hey, I don't want to think about it anymore? Everything's just getting donated. Been there. Work through your decluttering process like that, and it will make everything so much easier in the end. I personally like to declutter with my phone, my notepad, and my pen handy. I do this because sometimes I'll be going through my wardrobe and I'll have a really cute shirt and I'll wonder, why don't I wear this? Then I'll realize, oh, it's missing a button, or oh, it needs this, or maybe I need some pants to go with this. And by taking a look at that, writing it down, taking a picture if necessary, that will give me something to come back to at the end of the whole decluttering phase. Just this last decluttering process, I realized I have 3 shirts that each have burgundy in them, yet I don't have any burgundy pants. And that made me realize, oh, if I got some burgundy pants, that would give me a bit more versatility in my wardrobe. I could wear each of these shirts with my denim, but I could also have my nice burgundy slacks that don't exist yet. And that'll give me way more versatility in my wardrobe. For that reason, I just snapped a quick picture with my phone, and now next time I'm out shopping, I can look for the proper burgundy that will match and work well with those shirts. Tip number 3 is to decide what you want your clothes to say about you. Now, you've probably heard, what is your style? What is your style? For me, that has always been a very difficult question because my style is having multiple styles. For me, the better question is, what do I want my clothes to say about me? My Pinterest board looks like it belongs to 10 different people. I'm good with that. But that's not going to help me pare down my wardrobe. What helps me to pare down my wardrobe is to think an overall underlying theme of everything I own. I want my wardrobe to say I'm a well put together person who is confident and comfortable in everything I wear. Beyond that, each item gets more specific. I might wear something because I want to have a sporty and fun look, or I might have a date night and I just want to look a little romantic and whimsical, whatever the case. When I try on a specific outfit, I have those questions in my mind. Kayla, based on your overall or specific theme, does this match what you are trying to project? If the answer is no, then that is something that can go. Tip number 4 is to know your body and what works well with it. I have self-diagnosed myself with something called pudgy tummyitis. Most of my friends and family would say I have a slim, athletic build. They would be correct. However, if I gain 1 pound, it is going to the tummy. If I gain 10 pounds, it is going to the tummy. I feel like people doubt that slim people have issues with pudgy tummyitis, and that is just not the case. There are items that I have seen, there are things that I have owned where I'm like, yeah, this should work, and then I try it on and I'm like, but it doesn't. It doesn't. I turn to the side. I know my friends can relate out there where you turn to the side and you're like, we've got a curve there that I didn't really want there around the midsection. I have had to be realistic with myself. When I'm buying my clothes, I think it's easy to have this dream body in mind and shop accordingly. And I'm working towards that in my health and fitness goal. But for today, I need clothes that work most of the time and not clothes that work one day when I'm feeling ultra trim or whatever the case. Things like pencil skirts. I love pencil skirts. Every time I see a pencil skirt, I'm like, that is so cute. And then when I try it on, I feel like I'm running a potato sack race. I can't explain it, but for whatever reason, I don't know if my strides are bigger than most women, but when I take a step, I feel like I'm trapped, like I'm having to hop to get to my destination. Or if there's a slit in the back, I feel like everything's hanging out for the world to see, and I can't quite find the balance in the pencil skirt world. Therefore, I own 1 pencil skirt that works for me. It is important for us to realize that not only should we feel confident and cute in our clothes, but we should also feel comfortable in them. Tip number 5 is to be realistic about how and where clothes fit into your life. One thing to consider is how often can you practically dress up. This is a big one for me. I love to dress up, but I recently moved to the country and that is not as realistic as it was when I lived in the city. It's just not. I need things that can get dirty and wash easily. I need stuff that I can work in outside when I'm working in the garden or cleaning out the shed. That is my life now, and I love my life, but I also have to realize it's just not as practical as it once was to dress up. Because of that, I still have a few dressy pieces, and probably more than I should if I'm being honest, but I also have clothes that reflect my new life. Another question to ask is, how often do you wash clothes? For somebody who washes all the time, it might be more realistic for them to have less and to pare down clothes more. For somebody who maybe goes to the laundromat and does it maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, they're naturally going to need more clothes. A big question I ask myself all the time is, do you iron? For me, the answer is no. Not if I don't have to. And sometimes even if I should, I do not. When I am assessing a purchase and when I am decluttering my closet, I have to ask myself, Is this going to be a wadded up ball that I'm going to have to deal with? And if the answer is yes, then I probably need to set it aside if I don't absolutely love it. Another question to ask yourself is, what does your daily activity look like? As a stay-at-home mom, I'm all over the place. I'm outside with kids, I'm on the floor rolling around with kids, I'm washing dishes, I'm washing clothes, I'm running errands. I need versatility in the outfits I wear. I also, though I love white, love the color white, I realized that for the most part, I need to stay away from it. I have a few white pieces, and for my really nice white pieces, those are for like childless events, date nights, things where the kids cannot touch me with their grubby little fingers. Tip number 6 is to choose a determined, normal day. What I mean is to choose an emotionally stable day where you are determined to get through and find your best closet yet. If you go into it with a negative mindset, you are already setting yourself up for failure. Either you're going to get rid of everything because you're like, it's all the worst, or you're going to keep everything because you're not in the mindset to really think through what works and what doesn't. This also means to pick a day when your body feels pretty normal. And by that, what I mean is, don't pick a day when you feel unusually bloated, or don't pick the day after you just finished your 10-day juice cleanse and you're your slimmest you've been in like 3 months. There has to be some type of balance, or once you go back and look at your clothes, you're going to wonder, what just happened here? I say this from personal experience. Not too long ago, I made the switch from keto to just healthier, cleaner eating. That's great and all, but I made the mistake of pulling my fall and winter wardrobe out right at the beginning of the transition, and my body was already kind of freaking out. So I had a little bit of weight gain and a little bit of bloat, way more than normal. So I go to try on my fall winter wardrobe and I'm just through. Everything goes, just burn everything, it's out of here, because I was already just feeling kind of like my body's doing weird stuff. Not the best time to declutter, ladies and gents. Not the best time to declutter, and for me, not the best time to transition wardrobes. Tip number 7 is to go through your decluttering process with the mindset, if I sent a friend to my house to get an outfit for me, whatever they picked would be fine. Does that scare anybody? Because I know that question kind of scared me at the beginning. So many of us have like the raggedy lounging around the house clothes, and then the, oh, I'm going to a girls' night clothes. You know, as somebody who shops sales, clearance sections, and thrift stores, it does not cost me any more to dress really nice than it does to dress raggedy. So why would I choose raggedy? Just because I'm at home with my kids doesn't mean I have to look any rougher than I would if I was going out with my friends or with my husband. Don't feel like your casual clothes have to be less than your nice clothes. They can all be balanced and serve their purpose while still being awesome. Clothes are not everything, absolutely not, but they can give you a little bit of a confidence boost in the midst of the crazy. I want everything that I wear to be comfortable, to look and feel great on my skin. I want things to be fresh and clean. I want them to be an accurate and authentic reflection of who I am. And I'm just guessing, just going out on a limb and thinking that maybe that's where you are too. So those are my tips. I hope that they have been super helpful for you. Thank you all so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Which of these tips spoke to you the most? Are you in the midst of the decluttering process right now? Are there steps you are taking to ensure success? I want to hear all about it in the comments. Thank you all, thank you all, thank you all, thank you all for commenting, liking, subscribing, all of that. And until next time, see ya!